Hey everybody, welcome to Steelbook Obsessed. This is a fun video that we've been kind of not live streaming, but we've been picking these movies for the past 7 years. This is either the seventh or eighth year where we try to pick the top 10 grossing movies of the summer box office. Have a fun time doing this. This is kind of like our draft, and funny enough, we're doing it on the NFL draft this year. Did not plan that out accordingly at all. But it looks like we have 5 people total joining us tonight. So let's get started introducing them one by one. Let's go first off with the guy who actually made my logo, made the intro video, made all of that fun stuff. We got Mr. Riley. How's it going?
Hey, it's going good. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem, man. What do you think about this summer's box office? Like, give me like a one-word summary. How's it looking?
Mid.
I like mid. Okay. Speaking of mid, this next guest has some very mid glasses. Here we go. Mr. Anthony, how's it going?
2-time champ, baby. I'm back. I want it. I wanted last year and I get stolen away, but mid. I don't love mid. Thanks though.
Yeah.
Good to see you, boys.
Are you still hoarding that trophy, by the way, Anthony?
Yeah, I need to give it up. I need to get my name on it and need to get it to Alex. That's on me.
It's all good, man. Let's see here. Next up, this guy, speaking of the NFL draft, he just his team had the number 1 pick. It's Andy.
Number 1 pick, Caleb Williams. Suck it. Hey, how's it going?
Going okay, man.
Yeah.
Oh, and I see that you're already trying to call yourself the winner this year.
Yeah, you gotta go in with a lot of confidence. I've never gone in with confidence, so I'm just trying a new thing.
And you never won.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why he's trying something new, Anthony.
Yeah, you gotta go super confident if you want to win.
And next up, we don't have the winner with us this year, but we have the winner's picks with Kevin. How's it going, Kevin?
Hey, not too bad. Thanks for having me.
No problem. Yeah. It's kind of fun doing these live stream things. We used to do them all in person, and then COVID happened, and we had to try to figure something out. And now I'm just lazy. I like doing this at home.
It's kind of nice.
It's hard to get a lot of people in one room once you have like kids involved and stuff.
Yeah, this sure beats the folding chairs at your house, Jake.
It sure does, yes. Those were not comfy at all. But yeah, I kind of just want to get this started. I asked Riley for a one-word definition of this year's summer pool of movies. What are your guys' thoughts on just the plethora of choices we have this summer?
We should change it into, instead of the top 10 grossing movies, just to the top 10 gross movies. It's really bad this year.
The top 10 barrel scrapers.
Flex is a one word for me of looking at these movie options.
I think I'll give it 2 syllables, mid-ling, instead of just mid. I think it means the same thing.
We started doing this, I don't know, 7 years ago. And every year after we were done, I was very excited for the summer to come. And this year, I am just like, God, there's maybe 6, 7 movies I want to see. The rest of them are just like, oof, I'll try to muster up some type of movie-going experience out of this, but I don't know if it's happening.
I'm surprised you got to 7.
I got 6, 7 maybe. We'll see.
That's quite a few, in my opinion.
4?
I had 4 that I was like, I'm pretty sure these are going to be up there on the list.
Right.
And then the rest I was like, I could roll a dice.
I might go to 1. I mean, we'll have a new baby and everything, but there's like 1 movie I kind of want to see.
There you go. And yeah, everybody watches stuff at home now anyways, right?
Yeah. And it comes out so quick, right?
It's like 3 months, 4 months max. I think Oppenheimer took like 6th, and that's like a rarity these days.
Yeah, I watched Dune 2. I think it was a month or maybe 5 weeks after it came out in theaters.
Yeah, on VOD.
Great, yeah.
Well, okay. Let's waste no more time and start with our picks. I don't know what order we want to go here. Let's do backwards order. Let's start with Andy. We always start at our number 1 picks and go all the way down, because usually you have some people agreeing with the number 1 choice, and the lower you get, the more chaotic it gets. So we'll start with number 1. Andy, what do you have and why?
So I wavered on this a little bit. There's like two movies I think are like the obvious choice. I'm gonna go number one, Deadpool and Wolverine. I think we're gonna bring back all the Marvelites. This is like the only superhero movie coming out. I don't count the other one that's technically coming out. Deadpool and Wolverine, I think it edges out number two just by like the tiniest little margin.
Okay, very good. We got one Deadpool and Wolverine. Kevin, you're doing two lists here. You got one for yourself and one for the winner of last year, Alex, who is at a movie right now, funny enough.
So I agreed with Andy. I have Deadpool and Wolverine at my top spot as well. Alex varies a little bit. He put Inside Out 2.
Okay, very good. Any reason why you decided to do Deadpool?
I mean, like Andy said, it's been kind of superhero fatigue. Deadpool is one of those ones that can kind of get people out of it. It's an R-rated, funny, take, breaks the fourth wall. Everyone's tired of superhero shit. I mean, why can't he just be tired of it with us?
Right. He'll definitely rib on it, that's for sure. Yeah.
So, I think it'll be fun. And superheroes in the last 2 years have not been fun.
Correct. Does anybody know what Deadpool 2 made?
I think it was third or fourth the year it came out that summer.
Really?
Let me look at that really fast.
I'd be interested to see what else came out that summer if it was, because I remember that was a huge release. I mean, they have been since the first one.
Okay, so it's not that high on my list. So I thought that it didn't make as much as the other Marvel movies. So
I think I kind of justified it to myself because I guess I kind of said it because I think it's like the only big. I feel like it's the only huge blockbuster kind of like nerd movie coming out. I think all the Marvelites will come back to the theater for it.
So it came out in 2018 and its domestic box office was $325 million.
Can't remember what else came out in 2018, but I feel like that was higher up on the pack than we all had kind of predicted it.
Right. It had a big opening weekend at like 125 million, which is I think it was the biggest R-rated opening at that time, if I remember correctly. Yeah. So we'll see how it goes. Anthony, you're the next in the list. What do you have for number one?
I did Deadpool as well. I'll tell you, my reasoning behind it was the amount of marketing they're doing for it right now. And it comes out July 26th. Like it is, they're already talking about it. It's going to be, I think it's going to do really well. I think it'll beat out that 300. It'll beat 2 for sure.
Yeah.
It's got Hugh Jackman in it. I mean, it's.
Yeah.
Okay, Riley, if you didn't have Deadpool and Wolverine high up, what did you put for number one?
I have Inside Out 2. So,
okay. Any reason as to why?
Just seems like it'll make even more than the previous one. Now it's been so long since the last one. A lot of people caught up. Some people probably had kids since they were teenagers watching that.
Wait, y'all were teenagers when you watched that?
I mean, COVID did happen, so there's got to be some kids, right?
Well, my number one pick was Inside Out 2 as well. The main reason why I didn't put Deadpool and Wolverine at number one is just because of the R rating. I think it's going to... R rating versus PG, I always try to get kids stuff, like a whole family ticket rather than just one person's ticket. I feel like this might have the Finding Dory effect, where it's been so long since a Pixar sequel has happened that people are clamoring for this movie. I'm just really hoping it's good. Like Pixar has been very rocky the past couple of years, so I'm really hoping they go guns a-blazing with Inside Out.
Yeah, I don't know if that's Pixar's fault necessarily, as more of Disney's just under the radar releasing everything on Disney Plus.
I'm mainly thinking of Lightyear. Lightyear was very mid and boring. Was not a fan of that at all.
That one was made for toys.
Yeah. I mean, their streaming stuff was great. Luca was very good. Soul was good. Turning Red was good. All of their original IPs are great, except for Lightyear when they try to spin into its own little thing. That did not work.
Yeah, but Toy Story 4 didn't work either.
But it made a ton of money, man.
Yeah.
That's why they're making a Toy Story 5.
Yeah.
Inside Out 2, I feel like I don't know if they're going to throw too many emotions in the mix this time. I'm not sure, but I every time I watch Inside Out, I like it more and more, and I kind of like see a little part of Riley and my girls when they're growing up a little bit. So I'm ready for Inside Out 2, and I'm just hoping that it's good and it makes all the money.
Yeah, hopefully it's Incredibles 2 and not like Cars 2.
Oh God, but Cars 2 made a ton of money too.
Yeah, but at least
True.
Incredibles 2 was at least watchable.
Yes, absolutely. Well, that was my number 1. I'll just say my number 2 because I'm assuming a lot of these will be the same way. My number 2 is Deadpool and Wolverine, just because this is the only superhero movie coming out this summer, which is weird to say. But I think by the time the end of July gets here, people are going to be ready for this. This was supposed to open up in May and then got pushed back a couple of months. I think that was a very smart decision because August does not have a lot to offer, in my opinion. I think it's just going to like run ramshot for a couple months. And people are ready. People are ready just to like shit on superhero movies, and Deadpool's roaring to go. And I can't wait to see how they mix in all their Fox properties and stuff. It should be fun.
I'll kind of jump in there. I flipped those two as well. So my number 2 is Inside Out 2.
Mm-hmm.
People are kind of already going apeshit for this movie. I mean, there's a lot of people talking about it. There's a lot of traction behind it. I just think those two are the pretty clear 1 and 2. In my opinion, someone might have something else.
No, I'm with you on that too.
I'm going to say that as well.
Yep. It drives me crazy because Finding Dory got me the win in 2016, and I'm sure I'll regret this. I'll say it right now.
Alex had Deadpool and Wolverine as number 2 as well. So
Gotcha. So Riley, I think you're going to be the only one who didn't have it in the mix. What'd you have for your number 2?
Well, I got kids at the top. I got Despicable Me 4.
Ooh.
Yep.
I don't know, I just remember that meme from the last one where like teenagers were like go fill in the theaters dressed in tuxes to watch the last one.
If for some reason they get that dumb push again, you're in good shape.
Yeah. People love their fucking Minions, man. I don't get it. I really don't get it. But yeah, that love has never stopped.
Fucking Facebook.
Right.
I do remember that. I'm kind of there with you. I put Despicable Me 4 down a little lower because I don't know if there's an appetite for 2 big kids releases. I think Inside Out kind of takes a bigger piece of that pie, I guess, but I see the logic.
Yeah, I mean it's a different kids audience. Like
we'll
Inside
see.
Out is for like art house.
Like this is the main. Just looking at the releases here, this is the main kids movie for the 4th of July weekend.
Yep.
It comes out July 3rd.
My number 3.
I think it's gonna do. Yeah, I think it's gonna do great because all Despicable Me movies do gangbusters.
Hitting $1 billion.
Got a 4th of July weekend to go. That's my number 3.
Yeah, that's my 3 as well. Yeah, Despicable Me 4. This is a very kid-centric list.
Yep.
There's
early.
Have you been watching the comments, Jake? There are some interesting picks for number 1 on.
We can throw some of those up for sure.
Yeah.
David Hunt is on meth.
That's okay. I was going to say the same thing. Bad Boys 4 being number 1.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
The Gates. Come on, dude.
Collect your movie, man. Yeah, we're gonna throw all of your lists, so throw them in, please. Kingdom of
People need to explain the rules. Like, are they just picking movies that they want to see?
Pigs,
yeah, these might be the ones that they just are most excited
for.
If they're excited for it, I don't want to rip on it. But Bad Boys 4 ain't gonna make that much money.
Yeah, I just
Absolutely not.
If you're listening, the point is to try to guess what makes the most money. Bad Boys 4 is not gonna. This
isn't our shitty movie list.
Yeah, you'll be disappointed.
I do have Bad Boys on my list, so I think it's going to make some money. Where it's at, who the hell knows? And then 9 and 10, he had Horizon 2, and that's his last summer movie. Very good. What other ones do we have on here? Happy Optimist, Furiosa #1. This has to be like what you're most excited about, right?
It's got to be. I mean, that's me right there. I don't know about Bike Riders. I just finally saw a preview for that, so
it looks okay.
It looks
Tom Hardy and
I love Tom Hardy doing a weird voice.
That's what he does. That's every movie. And Trap, I'm really optimistic about for sure. I'm really wanting Shyamalan to swing.
Shyamalan movie.
Yeah.
I think the Horizon is interesting. I looked up the trailers for Horizon, and the acting looks really bad, and the whole thing looks kind of like cheesy. But Kevin Costner with that crappy show he's on,
it's
Yellowstone.
Yellowstone effect, man.
There's big momentum behind Yellowstone, even though it is the worst show I've ever seen in my life. People love that show.
I wasn't the biggest fan of it either, but everybody loves it. My main thing is I don't think you're going to get old people back to the theater.
Oh, buddy, you have no idea, man.
I don't know.
There's no Christian movie this year.
I thought about that too.
Christian
no
movie.
Sound of Freedom.
Like it's going to be Yellowstone.
Yeah, and I'm rooting for this movie because Kevin Costner, it's like he put up $100 million of his own money and made 2 movies.
It could probably be the Boondoggle though. Like it could
go any way. Yeah,
it could very easily be the Boondoggle.
To me, this is the Oppenheimer of this year because you just don't know what the hell it's going to do.
Oh, good. David Hunt clarified that it's what he's excited for.
Well, let's look at his list. Bad Boys 4, number 1 still. That's a very very brave statement to say. Great. I love the Bad Boys franchise, and I had a good time with 3. 4 looks like it's a step down to me.
I never even saw 3.
3 was fun, but it was stupid. This one looks like a lot of stupid.
For Life? Was that 3?
Yeah, 3 was Bad Boys 4.
Bad Boys 4.
I thought that was the 4th one because it was Bad Boys for Life.
This one's called Ride or Die.
Yeah.
They should have just called it Bad Boys 3 Tokyo Drift, and then they would have got so much more money.
Let's go full crazy.
Ooh, honorable mention, the Crow reboot. What do you think about that? I don't know what to think about the Crow reboot.
I think we get back into our list. Those are fun.
Yeah.
Has everybody given their number 3 yet?
No, I think we're on number 3.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I gave mine with Despicable Me 4. That was Anthony's as well, right?
Oh, yeah. I'm 3.
Yeah. Kevin, what do you got?
I've got Furiosa on my list.
Ooh.
That's just a little bit of bias. I'm looking forward to that movie probably more than anything else this summer.
Mm-hmm.
And then Alex had Despicable Me 4, so
gotcha.
Pretty standard picks.
I'm hoping Furiosa does great, and it has kind of like the word of mouth effect that Dune has, I guess. Like it has just like that hype that the first movie, The Fury Road, gave it, and it's gonna do gangbusters on the sequel. I just don't know. I really don't know on that one.
I hope so, man. It looks like a lot of fun.
It does. I'm looking forward to it because
I'm here for it.
Seeing Fury Road with a couple of you guys in here in theaters. It was a blast, man. It was one of those rare times where you walk out of the theater and you're just kind of speechless. You don't really know what to say because you don't know what you saw. It was so.
When you walk into the theater, you're just like, that was a very movie-ass movie.
Yeah. That happened another time when I saw Hereditary with you, Kevin. We just silence to our cars and then exploded. Like those are the best movie-going experiences, and I'm hoping for
one of my favorites. Again, it was fantastic.
It was great. But yeah,
Movie Pass, man.
Yeah, I know. Movie Pass was the shit back in the day. It was so good.
Lost a ton of money.
Yeah, I guess bringing up Hereditary. I don't know about you, but there's not a lot of horror. I mean, there are a few horror movies coming out, but I don't see a lot of like potentials.
I don't see a lot of me. I put one on my list very, very low.
I feel like there's a lot of low budget horror coming out.
Oh no, there's stuff I'm very excited to see.
Like weird stuff. But, not stuff that's gonna make money.
Right.
Oh, my number 3. This is where I divert pretty hard.
Oh.
I have number 3, The Fall Guy.
Okay.
There's a lot of momentum behind this movie, like people talking about it. Go look at the trailer. It has more views than like the Deadpool trailer. It has more views than the Furiosa trailer. I have a pretty good feeling about The Fall Guy. This could be like you're saying, like what gets old people and like whatever to the theater. I think it could be The Fall Guy.
I think this is going to have the Barbie effect. I really do. Ryan Gosling is on a meteoric rise, and I think this movie is still going to stick that landing, and I think it looks like a blast. I don't
really fun.
Yeah, as far as like your traditional, like what you think of as like this is the blockbuster that makes a ton of movie. I don't see that. I just have a gut feeling about the movie.
It's probably going to get some word of mouth spread, and it comes out early enough that it could stay in the theater for a while.
I think it's the first movie of the year, and that's always a good sign.
It's the first movie of our season for sure.
Yeah. No,
but I mean, I think I put it on my list, but I just don't know.
I have it elsewhere as well.
Yeah. Riley,
Happy Optimist is on my side.
My number 3 is Deadpool. Finally getting to Deadpool.
Oh, that's not a terribly low position to put it in.
Yeah, it's kind of I was going between that and I guess I'll save it.
You got to keep the suspense.
Absolutely. Yeah. I'm trying to keep this organized, but it's not that. It's not turning into that.
We'll get back into it.
Yeah. Number 4, who wants to go first? Who feels the strongest about their number 4?
Oh, I'll say my number 4 because it's already been said a million times. I put Despicable Me 4.
There you go.
And Alex had Furiosa. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure that's going to be a lot of people's top.
I've got Furiosa pretty low compared to you guys. I'll go with my number 4 next. I think I divert here again too. This is where I put the horror movie that I think is going to kill Quiet Place Day 1.
Ooh.
Okay.
Also a ton of momentum. People talking about it. I think it's got Lupita Nyong'o. People love her. I think she's a strong lead for something like this. I think this is a popular franchise enough to have a big opening and a big, it could carry on.
Mm-hmm.
This is like the horror movie I think is going to do well because there's always one that does really well.
This one's rated PG-13 as well, right?
I believe so. And there's never been
that's good for it.
And it's like
none of the Quiet Place movies have come out in the summer either.
Mm-hmm. And it's
always
going
been
to
like
scratch
early
the
spring,
sci-fi itch too a little bit, I think.
Yeah, and with what we've seen with Dune, like I think anything's possible at this point. I did not think that movie would make the money that it is. And
you didn't think Dune was going to make money?
I mean, I knew it was going to make money. I didn't think it would open up to $85 million. That's crazy.
Dune 2 or Dune 1?
Dune 2. Dune 2.
Oh,
Dune 1 didn't do Yeah, Dune 1 was COVID.
Hell.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, I love that movie. It was a great experience.
It's fantastic.
I'm just shocked that type of sci-fi can do that well nowadays, which is cool to see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And people love A Quiet Place. I'm just not sure, like, with the all-new story, how well it's going to do. That's kind of throwing me for a loop a little bit. But it's got that kid from Stranger Things, and people love Stranger Things.
It's another one I have a pretty strong feeling about it that it's just going to do well. But
yeah, I don't know anything about. I've never seen any of the Quiet Places, so I didn't.
Riley, you're not
missing about it.
Yeah.
I understand the concept of the first one. I don't know where they go from there, but
no, you stay quiet. That's it.
They make terrible choices and then make even dumber movies.
Yeah. So. I remember going to see A Quiet Place in theaters, I think with Kevin and Anthony, and I remember loving that movie-going experience, which made me love the movie. But rewatching that movie, I did not like it. I did not like it one bit.
Walking out of that theater was one of the most awkward experiences of my life because everyone that was around me was like, "Oh my god, that was so good," and I was like, "This is the dumbest motherfucking thing I've ever seen."
Right? You hated it from day one, which is hilarious.
That movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've always been interested in seeing it, but not on my own.
Not that interested.
Drop your interest.
Okay. I'll go to my number 4 is Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, which is probably pretty high on the list, and I see some people have it on their whatever their lists are. But the comments here
could be like Fall Guy though. It comes out fairly early. Could get a lot of
after Fall Guy. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure about that one. It's on my list, but it's pretty far down on my list.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like. With every Planet of the Apes movie, it has gotten less and less box office return.
Yeah, this is one I didn't quite look. I looked up how much they made, but not really.
I think they
about it too much. Just more of a gut feeling.
Yeah, I just don't get it. Like, I don't know. I watched the trailer. It's like all CGI monkeys. I'm like, I don't know.
There's one real person.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that.
And I like the series. I'm not excited about this one, which is weird.
Jake, I think it was, and Kevin, didn't we go to the all day, they played all of them at...
We had a triple feature. It was you, me, John and Brent, I believe.
Okay.
And we saw all 3 of the new ones right when War of the Planet of the Apes came out. And that was enough apes in my life. That was a marathon, dude.
That's a
That's a good trilogy, though.
It is, but like by the time War got there, I think we were just done. I need to rewatch War because I was just like, I don't know if I'm even in the mood to watch another Apes movie at this point.
No,
I forgot it was a trilogy.
Yeah.
I thought this was the third one.
Yeah, I thought there was like 4. Because wait, was the one with James Franco? Was that the first one?
That was the first one.
The trilogy.
And then there's Dawn. It goes Rise of the Planet of the Apes, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, War, and now Kingdom.
Oh,
yeah.
I saw the one with James Franco. That was enjoyable.
Mm-hmm.
And I stopped.
And little Draco Malfoy.
Yeah. The second movie in that trilogy is really solid.
It is. It's the best.
Yeah. It's the best one out of those for sure.
Yeah. I need to rewatch War because I really don't think I gave it a fair shake.
Yeah.
And I probably will before this 4th one. I'll still see the 4th one. I'm just not excited about it, which is, kind of sucks. But okay, Anthony, do you have your number 4 pick?
Yeah, number 4. This is Furiosa. Just, reshuffling what everyone's already kind of said.
Okay. I'm laughing because nobody took my number 4, and now I'm very nervous to tell you my number 4.
That's what happens.
I told you this is a very kid-centric year, did I not?
Oh boy, you picked
Oh no,
Garfield. You picked
Garfield. Is the Garfield movie? Yep, I did it. I did it. And Chris Pratt, we trust.
It's on my list too, man. The last animated movie he made a bajillion dollars.
Yeah, and I'm just seeing the marketing push for this now, and I think kids are gonna eat it up. I don't know if number 4 eat them up, but I think this year is gonna be just for the kids, and they're gonna go out all the damn time. Summer always it happens. There's usually like 2 or 3 of those type of kids animated movies on the top 10. I'm front loading these because I don't know what order they're really gonna be in, but yep, Garfield.
Should I feel weird not having Garfield on my list?
You didn't have Garfield. I don't know.
Yeah. Who fucking knows, Andy?
It looks very generic. It looks like a very generic kids film, and they'll absolutely love it.
Yeah, Riley, say what you're going to say because I was going to point that out too.
I was going to say this comment about Gar Furiosa as the new event of the summer, and I thought I created that a couple days ago.
I know you called it, Riley.
I was thinking about that. Yeah,
I'm thinking it's like Gar Furiosa now.
No, Riley said Gar Furiosa is going to be a thing.
Damn it.
Yeah, I saw down there. I'm like, wait, someone's actually using it. And I was trying to think back. Nobody said that in this conversation.
David says that's freaking genius. Yeah. So there you go. It's going to become a thing, I tell you.
I hope not.
The parents go see Furiosa. The kids go see Garfield. There we go. Match made in heaven.
Are you kidding me? I'll take my daughter to see freaking Furiosa. She's watching both of me. She's 9. That's old enough to see Furiosa, I think.
Right. Yeah. I'm nervous that like people will wait to see Garfield at home, but I'm hoping that they see it in theaters. So we'll see. Well, that's everybody's number 4. Yeah. Number 5. Who wants to start off here?
I'll be brave. Oh, Riley, go ahead. No, you're good.
Okay. I got a weird one that's probably not on anybody's 5th place, but Twisters.
That's what I got too.
That's what I have too.
Yeah.
What? Oh my god!
I wasn't expecting that.
It's this year's Top Gun Maverick, right?
Nope. No, it is not.
No, of course
no
it's
way.
Not. Listen, we exhausted the ones I was comfortable at picking, and now it's a crapshoot.
Okay, so we all live in Iowa, and it's like law that you have to watch Twisters because it was filmed in Iowa, and there's tornadoes all over the place. I'm not that excited to go see Twisters. And I'm like in Tornado Alley. I just don't see a lot of people getting ready for this.
I picked this based off how many views the trailer has. It's like 28 million or something. It's up there with some of the other top 4 that we have. So.
To me, this is like San Andreas level entertainment.
Oh,
and when that came out, that was like number 8, number 9 of the year.
I mean, that's the level it's on, but this is...
And that had The Rock, Andy. That had The Rock.
San Andreas
Glenn Powell
as Skyfall.
Were people sick of the Rock back then?
No, they weren't. That was peak Rock.
Oh shit! Okay.
What was that? Skyscraper.
Skyscraper. Yeah, that's it.
Those 2 movies came out in the same year, and I picked Skyscraper to do better than San Andreas, and San Andreas did better, and I was very upset.
People love the disaster movie. Like that kind of goes that same route. I don't know if Glenn Powell has that. I don't know if that Top Gun Maverick, if people even recognize him from that movie in this.
So I didn't even know that. I just picked it.
Yeah, I had no idea about this movie. I think you said there was a Super Bowl trailer. That's all I've
I think
seen.
so.
Yeah.
Their marketing's cool. Like CinemaCon happened last weekend. That's where all like the movie theater owners go and kind of see trailers and see promotional stuff. A lot of the promotional stuff for Twisters have like one of those wind tunnels that you'll be able to go into in the movie theater that has Twisters on it.
Oh, that's cool.
It is cool.
You're gonna see one movie in 4D.
Absolutely, this is the one. My God, I'm hoping Twisters does well. I don't have it that high on my list.
Alex put an unconventional one that I don't know if it's going to be on anybody else's list, and that's If.
Okay.
That Imaginary Friends one.
If is a big question mark this year. Original IPs, you never know what they're going to do.
It's got some big names.
It's got a lot of big names, man.
It also looks generic as hell.
Yes.
Yep. Yeah. I don't know. That does nothing for me after watching the trailer. I'm like, yep, I'm okay if I never see this.
The only thing I've seen people talking about it is like being mad that it's ripping off that Nickelodeon show. It's like Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, which I was like I think it was like Nickelodeon after our generation, so I never watched it.
It was actually on Comedy Central or not
Cartoon Network. Yeah.
Oh, Cartoon. Yeah, sure. Oh, same thing. I don't even know what it was on. That's all. That's the only thing I've seen anyone saying anything about this movie. It's on my list too, though, somewhere. Because it could hit really big. I don't know.
It could.
Yeah.
The whole point of this exercise that we do.
Right.
I think on my initial note, I wrote big hit or huge flop.
Or giant turd. Who knows?
Yeah.
It could be both or all three.
I think if it reviews well, I think it'll hit the top 10 somewhere.
This just smells of like a 6.5 out of 10 or 7 out of 10, like very middle of the road movie. We'll see.
Yeah.
My number 5, we've talked about it a little bit. I put The Fall Guy at number 5.
Nice.
I think it has a lot of runway that first month of May. Normally, that first release of the year does pretty dang good. And Ryan Gosling with Barbie, he's still riding that hype train. I think this movie's going to do all right. And it looks fun.
It doesn't have as much runway as you think, though, with Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes coming out like a week and a half later, right?
I don't think that matters.
That's hard sci-fi, though. I think it's two different genres. We'll see, though, because that would be its biggest competition. But I think the next one that comes up would be Furiosa. And again, I guess Furiosa, that has more in common, like the car month to make as much money as it possibly can.
I hope it does well.
Yeah.
It looks like a blast.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I'm definitely going to go see it. I'm just, hoping it makes a lot of money. Anthony, what is your number 5? I think you're the
5 is Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
Okay.
So I had to get it in there. I think it still probably has a following, comes out in a decent amount of time. So
sure. You want to just go and do your number 6 too?
Yeah, I can do that. I'm happy you picked me to go on this one because I know we've talked about it and I think it got a lot of shit, but this is where I threw the crow.
Wow.
Rough, buddy.
Very bold, Anthony. Very bold.
Hey, you got to can't be the winner like I am twice to not do
those
things like
picks.
this.
Yeah, take this guy seriously.
Because the crow has like 2 weeks to make
it has like 2 weeks is it.
Yeah.
No, it comes out in June 7th.
No, it does not. It got pushed back to August.
Yeah.
Fuck.
It comes out the same week as Alien Romulus.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Which is like the second or third week in August, man.
Yeah, my notes were wrong. So I thought it had all of June.
It did recently just change like a couple weeks ago.
Oh, so I get to change.
It changed its date.
No. It was well in advance of this.
It could be one of those things that like people are very nostalgic for and they come out to the theaters. If only Alien Romulus wasn't doing the same thing the same weekend and it's a much bigger IP.
I think one of those is going to move. I don't understand why both of those would come out the same week.
Oh, my bad.
I don't know. Crazy shit happens.
You never know, Anthony. You never know. But okay. Riley, do you want to give your number 6?
This is where I have Furiosa.
Okay.
I did create Gar Furiosa as a trend, and if you guys are up for it, you want to join me in a special day,
Wow,
and we'll get it to this number 6 spot. But I don't even have that much faith in it.
My number 6 is Furiosa as well. I'm gonna be having a driving wheel in one hand, and my face is gonna be painted orange. Let's fucking go, Garfiosa. Okay, Andy, you want to go number 6?
Yeah, sure. This is where I put Despicable Me, which is frankly probably too low. We'll just see what the appetite is for multiple kids movies, because it's very crowded with kids movies.
It is.
I feel like, but maybe they will go to a bunch of them, and I could easily see this being a top 3 as well. So,
and they're adding in a baby to the 4th installment.
Oh, hell yeah!
They're running out of ideas.
Yeah,
the baby's gonna be on so many memes.
Oh, the baby's gonna be evil and cute, right? That's
no, baby looks ugly as fuck. I don't know if you've seen it.
No,
a baby kid or a baby kid or a baby minion?
Baby kid.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there's probably going to be a baby minion, though, Riley.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. Never mind. It's making $1 billion. Baby
I feel like with the minions, you can will anything into existence. It happens in those movies.
How has there not been a baby minion yet? Dear Lord.
They're saving it for number 4. They gotta hit number 4 out of the park.
Oh, my God. So they're saving it for number 5. No, that's going to be Minions 3, baby
Minions 3 is going to have just baby minions. So it's going to be like Muppet Babies.
Jesus Christ. Okay, Kevin, please save us from this madness.
Oh, no. I mean, I'm going to have Garfield here. So
okay.
It's just as bad.
Yeah.
Hey, it's not as Jake had it.
Yeah, I don't know why I had it so high thinking back on it, but it's there. It's set in stone. It's my crow of this year, Anthony. So you just got to live with it.
Not alone.
Listen, there's going to be one that doesn't hit, and I don't think it's Garfield that's not going to hit.
I think it's going to be pretty solid, but more realistically, it might be like a lower of the top 10.
Alex had Fall Guy here. So we're on number 6, right?
That is 6, yep. Do you want to give his 7?
His 7 was Horizon Chapter 1.
Okay. First time that pops up on anybody's list, right?
And mine was also Horizon Chapter 1.
Oh.
So
I just don't know about that.
it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be a bad movie, but Kevin Costner's riding a momentous high right now.
Like I did think it does have that Sound of Freedom audience and that Yellowstone audience. I just don't know where the hell to put it. That's why I didn't put it anywhere. It's not in my top 10 at all.
Nope.
My old people movie, man.
Yeah. I hope it does well. I have no idea how to play it.
It seems like a mediocre pile of trash. I hope it does terrible.
Is it related to Yellowstone, or is
it's just another Western with Kevin Costner?
Although I will say that Yellowstone, I don't know if Kevin Costner had any involvement, but there's like these Yellowstone prequels that are actually pretty incredible. It's like 1847,
1911 or whatever.
Yeah.
Harrison Ford, Helen Mirren.
Very good.
I've heard they're really good.
Yeah.
Everything Yellowstone is good. And I watched the first couple episodes of the first season of Yellowstone. I'm like, not for me. I'm good.
I can't do Yellowstone with that. The woman, the daughter comes in and everyone's like scared of her. I'm like, I hate, oh my God, I hate it so much. But the prequels are so good. It's a completely different show. It's crazy. Like the vibe and everything is different. And those are excellent. So if this is excellent, maybe it'll make some money. I mean, it's a Western. You don't see a lot of those.
It's either Dances with Wolves or it's The Postman. Which one? It could go either way.
I think it's gonna be more Postman. I just don't see a Western doing well anymore.
It's risky.
Yeah.
What's the last Western that actually made the list?
I can't even think of the last Western that came out. Like 310 to Yuma is the last one that I can think of. And that was over 10 years ago.
Wasn't Power of the Dog or whatever? Didn't that win a bunch of Oscars? That was a
Netflix movie though. Yeah.
When did
that was just streaming?
Was it? I thought it was in theaters. No.
It might have just been like limited release, but that was a Netflix movie.
Is it 7? 7
Magnificent Seven. Yeah, that remake. I think that came out in the summer and it didn't do well. But that came out in like August.
But a great movie.
Freaking Chris Pratt again, man.
I think I went to that. Yeah. I don't know why I went to that movie. It was a pretty good movie.
I still haven't seen it. But okay. Yeah. Happy Optimist says The Old Way with Nicolas Cage. I don't think that came to theaters, did it? I know what he's talking about.
Yeah, and neither did Old Henry or whatever it was. That didn't come. Ballad of Buster Scruggs didn't come.
Right.
the theaters.
A lot of these westerns are like streaming only, or like
There was like a blaxploitation style western that came.
yeah. What the hell was that called?
Really good.
That was good. Oh god, that's gonna drive me nuts. That was a really good movie.
Don't worry, I'm finding it.
Okay, I think it starts. I'm not even gonna try.
It had Jonathan Majors in it, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. But he's playing that. I think he's playing a bad guy in that movie or something.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. Keep on being bad guys. You're perfect for it.
It was called The Harder They Fall.
Harder They Fall. Okay.
That movie was great. Great cast too. It had him and like Lakeith Stanfield, and I think Regina King was in it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that movie was solid. But again, Netflix, right?
Yep, that came out on Netflix.
Yeah, I'm just
Zazie Beetz was in that.
I don't think the old crowd, the elderlies, have really went back to the theater since COVID. Like the Top Gun crowd is not like the Western crowd. Top Gun crowd is like your 50s dad. The Western crowd is like 60s.
Dad's gonna love Twisters. So
he might love Twisters. He might love Twisters. I don't know if he'd want to see it in theaters or not, but I know he would love it.
oh, buddy, that's an IMAX experience if I've ever seen one.
That's true. That's true. But I think I do have to see Twisters in 4DX. I really just want to
Like up there with Sharknado.
Oh, it looks like the chat was way quicker than I was on
Harder
that.
They Fall. Boom.
Harder They Fall.
Okay. I'll do my number 7. It's one that's been said already, but it's A Quiet Place Day 1. I don't see it doing that hot. The first Quiet Place did well, but the second one didn't do that great, and it was still
streaming.
Oh, was that
Paramount Plus?
Was that a COVID?
Yep.
Yep. So
it didn't get received that well. I'll say that.
No, it wasn't.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
I'm
And just with a whole new cast, there's so many variables. I think it'll do okay just based off that name and the concept, but I don't think it's going to do as well. Definitely not as well as the first one.
Well, I had number 4. So
I'll sneak in with my 7 then, since you went there. I went Strangers, Chapter 1.
Heyo. God, I hope that does really,
that's
really
interesting.
Wow.
I love this.
Another beloved horror movie.
Again, has time to do it.
Yep.
Or first chapter, whatever it is.
It comes out May 17th. It has time to be the summer
It does.
spooky movie.
Yeah. And like the week before, I think it had another horror movie that, what is it? Tarot or something like that, right?
Yeah, Tarot comes out like the same
A couple
week
weeks before.
Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah. I don't think there's another big horror movie out for a while. So yeah, I think until like Maxine. Like Maxine's the next one.
Maybe.
Nope. Next one is yours. Quiet Place is June 28th. Maxine comes out July 5th.
I guess I don't know if to me, I think of A Quiet Place as more sci-fi than I do horror, but I guess it plays in both.
Yeah.
Like The Strangers is pure horror, and I'm really hoping it does.
The Watchers comes out.
What is that?
That's the one that's made by Shyamalan's kid.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
It's probably not going to be very good, but it comes out before that.
Okay.
So, yeah, I mean, Strangers has a good 3 weeks before. I think the problem with that is that Furiosa comes out like a week and a half later. No, a week later. And I think that's going to pull in a lot. I think a lot of the same crowd that's going to see horror movies is probably going to go see Furiosa. Maybe that's just me.
Right. There's usually one horror movie that squeaks in.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I'll just, on my top 10, I don't have any horror movies this year.
Well, unless it's a Quiet Place.
I guess A Quiet Place kind of checks that box. That's true. I never think of it like that.
Like I said, isn't that the only one that's rated PG-13?
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna.
The first Strangers is like one of the scariest movies I've ever seen.
Oh yeah,
that can happen. The Strangers Pray at Night is like this awesome 80s inspired neon fueled like amazing mess of a movie that I really enjoyed. And this one's directed by Rennie Harlan. It's the first of 3 new Strangers movies coming out in the span of 12 months.
Wow.
Yeah, they're Lionsgate's very ambitious with this IP. So hopefully the first one hits well.
If this one fails, are the next one's going to be VOD, like straight to VOD, or like?
I would not be shocked. I would not be shocked.
Yeah, they got to be really cheap to make, right? Like
it's just a home invasion movie.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
like why not?
Yeah. Even if it only makes like $50 million, they've got to double their profit.
Yeah. Like, who really cares? Why not
Right.
just throw it out there?
Why not put it out in the summer, see what happens?
Yeah.
Okay. I think everybody's went on their number 7 except for Riley, right?
I didn't either.
Oh, Andy didn't either? My bad. Do you
Riley,
want to go next, Andy?
Go ahead.
Well, Riley, did you do your 7 or?
No.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I thought you had one too. I got The Fall Guy at number 7.
Mhm.
I don't even know anything about it besides I think Ryan Gosling mentioned it on SNL. So I did no research this year because I think I got last place last year. I decided to do no research. Anthony, your Strangers movie. This is the first time I'm hearing of it. I don't know anything.
That's a good sign for a top 10 movie.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of the movie The Strangers, Riley?
No.
Oh my God.
The first time I heard about it was when I was doing research, and I looked at the trailer and I was like, "Oh, it looks really kind of like disturbing." I think
it looks like a very
Disturbing's a fair
solid
term.
horror movie.
Looks
Yeah.
good.
Mm-hmm.
My 7. This is where I put, and I kind of wanted to put it lower, honestly. Furiosa. I watched that trailer. It looks lame. Does that resonate with anybody? Does it look lame?
A little bit. I didn't pay attention to it too much yet, but I haven't watched like any of these trailers yet.
Okay. I don't know. I just thought it looked lame.
Chris Hemsworth looks cheesy in it, but I'm hoping it's a good cheese. I'm hoping it's one of those like aged cheddars that has some funk to it, but it's still pretty tasty.
Yeah, it's like it looks almost too much like a rehash of the first one, and then I don't have a good feeling, not to be whatever. I don't have a good feeling about female-led action movies, just as far as making money. It feels like they don't do
put a bad taste in your mouth.
Which one?
Did Atomic Blonde put a bad taste in your mouth?
I love
No, did Anthony.
Do you think I saw that? Did anybody see that?
I saw that movie.
A lot of people saw that.
I
Yeah,
love
that movie.
that was
Is
a
it
good
good?
movie.
Okay. Did it make money?
Some, but not enough.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, next year
There you go.
for the next box office summer showdown, I think that John Wick spinoff Ballerina is coming out with Ana de Armas.
Yeah, that's not going to be.
We'll see.
John
We'll see
Wick.
how it goes.
She's so good.
I think I don't know if people are going to get sick of John Wick. Like,
Not after 4. I think they're going to eat it up. 4 was so good.
the end of 4 felt like a cop out. I felt like, though, you know what I mean? Like,
Yep.
it felt like they made that whole movie just to like spin off a bunch of crap. Like, there were parts of it where it was like, this is like for a spinoff. This is like, oh, here's a vague ending, so we can maybe bring him back. Like, I don't know.
It's called World Expansion, Andy.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it yet. I just watched the first 3 in a row sometime last summer.
Well, when you have
going to spoil
4
it.
hours,
Yeah.
you have 4 hours, Riley. Sit
I
down.
love 4.
The fourth one is 4 hours.
It fucking
It's
feels
like 3. It's 3.
It's long.
But
I
the
really-
last,
I
the
really
last
like
hour
it.
of that movie is like some of the best action.
Yeah.
Oh, it's great.
So good.
I really liked it. It just felt
runs
like
at the
they're.
same hill 4 times. That was great.
Yeah, I liked that part a lot. But it just felt like they're. I don't know. The first movie was about him getting the dog, like getting revenge for the dog, right? And now look at it. It's like too much. I don't know. It just kind of I don't know. It's
Don't you
too
like
much.
where something starts simple, like Fast and the Furious, and it expands into what that did?
There was nothing simple about the first Fast and Furious movie, but
But they were just jacking VCR tapes, VCR DVD
Yeah.
combos.
Now
What are
they're
the simple
superheroes. That's
so
what this slate is missing
I
this
just-
year.
the reviews are in, or I guess the review is in for Boy Kills World.
Okay.
This is what Alex just got out of the movie. Said unhinged, hilarious at times, very, very fucking gory, and very good action. He said the Rotten Tomatoes score was wrong. I don't know what that means. I guess I didn't look at the Rotten Tomatoes score, but so
Critics hate stuff like that, though, right?
critics hate a lot of things.
Yeah.
Yeah, critics didn't like Renfield. I really liked Renfield. That kind of sounds like what this movie kind of is, like a lot of gore and a lot of fun. Yeah,
Critics just don't like fun.
I guess
I didn't
not.
like Renfield.
Oh, I like that quite a bit.
I did not
I
like
don't think
Renfield.
I haven't seen it yet.
Hmm.
Anyway, should we move on to
Yeah, number 8, right?
Can we get everyone 7?
yeah, I think so.
Very good. Okay, number 8, Kevin, if you just want to take the lead, go for it.
Yeah, Alex. This is where Alex has Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, and this is where I have A Quiet Place. So
very good. Yeah, I think we've talked about the movies enough until a new one pops up. I'll go over a new one that hasn't really been brought up a lot. At number 8, I got Bad Boys Ride or Die. I think
Nope.
I think enough time has passed where nobody cares that Will Smith slapped Chris Rock. No one cares at all. And Bad Boys for Life, the third movie, which is very stupid to say, made over $200 million domestic.
really,
400 million worldwide.
that is
Like,
insane.
As a lifetime, or
Just in its box office run, man.
Including DVD sales.
When I saw that, I switched a couple things up. Like, it was my number 10. And I'm like, it made more money than what the last Planet of the Apes movie made by like $50 million. That sounds crazy. So I put it up the list. We'll see how it does.
I didn't have that anywhere near my list. Like, I don't know.
I didn't even think about that for a dark horse either.
This could be this year's Top Gun, folks. I'll say it.
I don't know if you can get Will Smith's audience back in the theater for him at this point.
Well, I bet you can't. No one cares. No one talks about it anymore.
I don't know. I think people have a gut feeling about it. But I also don't think it's gonna like tank and like be a boondoggle or something, because it also, I think the budget was like 70. It says between 50 and 100 million if you go online. Yeah, so
there's a lot of those this year. Looking at it,
Yep.
there are a lot of like $100 million budgets.
It's because they didn't want to pay any writers.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's another thing we haven't talked about. Like, all of these movies are kind of victims of the writer's strike, and there's just not a lot of like excitement. We already talked about that a little bit early, but I think that's because of the writer's strike, and they just couldn't do anything. Hollywood was on pause for 3 months. Kind of unfortunate. Okay,
Great.
number 8. Who wants to do number 8 next?
I'll throw out. I put If on my list, and it's at number 8, just because I think it will claw and scrape for some money. This could bomb so hard though. I think it looks bad, but I think like stupid people will go see this movie and probably enjoy it. So
why are you looking at me?
Am I looking at you? Well, because you were laughing.
Andy, do you have it above Garfield movie?
I don't even have Garfield on my list.
Okay.
Garfield, yeah, Garfield. I don't know. I don't think there's an appetite for Garfield, guys. I don't know if kids like Garfield.
No, Garfield has a big appetite. You missed
I
it.
was gonna say,
He likes lasagna, but the people who like Garfield are like ironic millennials, not children. I don't know. I don't like the Garfield thing.
I would argue that people like Garfield are 80-year-olds who still read the paper.
That could be too. But the movie's like clearly designed for kids, right? Like it's not like
most definitely.
It's not like the Bill Murray Garfield. This is like Zoomer Garfield, but they don't like him. I don't think. I don't know.
See, I think this could do a Minions, and people go there ironically. People already did it for Despicable Me. I don't see that. I can see people seeing Garfield because it's Garfield, and it's fucking Garfield. Why is he here? Let's go see it.
But it also doesn't look bad enough for people to go ironically, and I think people hate Chris Pratt, right?
After Mario.
Don't they?
While we're talking about it, Garfield is my number 8. So.
Oh, there you go.
But yeah, I think it might have the Chris Pratt bump actually.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know where to go with Chris Pratt. I feel like live action wise, people are getting sick of him. But if you can't see him, who cares?
Well, people talked a big game about hating him as Mario, but then that movie did a ton of money too.
Did not stop anything.
Yeah. So, and then he got cast as Garfield, and people were like, "Why is he Mario and Garfield? This sucks." But Mario's a bigger IP than Garfield.
Absolutely, yes, true. That's a safe statement, Andy.
I have weird. I have weird feelings about this Garfield thing. Okay.
So hold on, I missed what you put at 8, Andy.
I put If.
If. Okay.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah, that's not it.
So
number 8, this is where I put Twisters. I'm pulling for anything at this point.
So everybody gave their number 8?
I think so.
Okay. I'll just do my number 9 because it's Twisters. I don't know how this is going to do. I think it'll do okay, but I think this one depends on the reviews. If it does okay reviews, people will go. If it's like middling to poor, I don't see a lot of people showing up.
Yeah, but you'll get the millennials who will go, who saw it as a kid.
See, I don't think it holds that light like a Top Gun does. I really don't.
It doesn't, but for some reason, it's very strange. There is a lot of momentum behind Twisters. Cold front and the hot front, right? And it makes a fucking tornado, bro. I don't fucking know. People want to see this fucking movie. I don't know why.
It's either going to be Top Gun Maverick or it's going to be that second Independence Day movie.
Oh, no.
Like, it could be, I could see it going either way.
I could too. That's why I put it low on the list. I see it going the other way, I guess.
So for number 9, this is where Alex has Garfield. And this is where I put The Fall Guy.
Respectable.
Yeah.
I think Fall Guy will make a lot of money the first month, but I think it will just kind of hang around and just continue to drop down the list as more things come out.
9 is where I put Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. It's just personally, I just don't fucking get it. I can't. I think it looks like shit. It looks bad.
Yeah. I don't think it looks bad. I'm just not excited for it. And I don't hear a lot of excitement about it, I guess.
Yeah. It's
coming out really soon.
Yeah. It's the CG monkeys thing. It's like there's no people in this movie. You can relate to non-human characters, but I just find it, I don't know. I don't like the whole idea. I don't like it. I don't
like
get it.
99% the same, Andy.
No, that's scary. Andy's notorious for doing so well in this.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
I think you finished way ahead of me last year, so I got no room to talk.
Riley, what do you have for number 9?
We'll see. I don't think anybody might not have this either. I'm going with the video game one, Borderlands, which I don't know anything about either, but has a chance.
It looks like
August
it's a
9th.
Guardians of the Galaxy ripoff. That's what it looks like. But that could be fun. Guardians of the Galaxy made a ton of money. We'll see. It has an interesting cast for sure. It's got the Jack Black voice, got Kevin Hart, you got Kate Blanchett. I like Borderlands the game too. I just don't know how much of that crowd will go see a movie, I guess.
I mean, I would see it without playing it, I guess, but
yeah,
I kind of hate,
but I haven't even seen the trailer yet.
Yeah, the trailer is weird. It looks like every single role except maybe Jack Black, because you don't see him, was like completely miscast. It looks weird. I don't. And if
they kind of got the look right.
Yeah. Kevin Hart doesn't like. I don't know how many of you saw that Netflix movie. Lift, I think is what it's called. The one where he's on an airplane that came out this year.
No,
like him as a lead of an action movie is terrible because he was so wooden, and I don't know. I'm not excited for him in this movie. It's cool that Kate Blanchett is deciding to do a role like this because it seems very unlike her.
But it's kind of like maybe if they go for the humor of the games, I kind of also think that's a negative because it's not. The humor hasn't aged very well, I don't think.
No, it's just kind of crass.
Yeah,
this is a good point though. Fallout and Borderlands. I'm eating this shit up. Do you think the Fallout video game hype will kind of roll into Borderlands?
No.
That
Fallout show is good.
Fallout has been amazing.
I like that show a lot.
Jake, you would really like that show.
I'm gonna watch it. Yeah, I just haven't had the time yet.
But that show does a little bit of like the cringy video gamey humor too. But I think it pulls it off. So I mean, this could pull it off the same way. The Borderlands stuff is like way too comical or like slapstick. Maybe I don't know.
Jack Black's perfect for that. It's gonna do great.
Oh, maybe he was good as Bowser. Actually,
exactly. Another Super Mario Brothers. Here we go.
Yeah, there you go. Mm-hmm. If this makes anywhere near the money of Super Mario Brothers, I will eat my fucking hat.
It will not. I think you're safe there, man. I don't think you'll have to eat any hats.
That's why I made
it doesn't have a lot of time either. This is another August release, so it has like 3 weeks to make its money.
Early August, but
yeah. This is like the only thing in August I thought could possibly tip the list
I agree.
just because it was so early.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry, Anthony. The crow.
No, he's right. Though. I mean, it is early in August, and has everybody done their 9s yet?
I
think we're on 9, right?
Yeah,
we are on 9. I haven't done mine yet. And this is where I got my rom-com. This is where I got Fly Me to the Moon.
Oof.
Oh, interesting.
I don't.
Again, Scarlett Johansson, Channing Tatum,
Yeah.
Woody Harrelson, Ray Romano.
I saw the trailer, and I feel like it's trying to do way too much. Like, pick your lane. Don't be a rom-com and also like have some commentary on the fake moon landing stuff.
Yep.
I thought that was coming out on Netflix at like same time.
I don't think so.
No, am I crazy?
I don't believe so.
I considered this one. I was also very confused by the trailer, so I didn't feel good about it. So I just kind of didn't put it on my list.
That's why it's low on my list. But
Yeah.
Oh no, this is an Apple TV Plus one, so it'll come out in theaters and then out on Apple TV Plus a couple months later.
That's
Okay.
right.
Yeah,
So it has time to make money, so that's good.
right.
I think I'll wait for that one.
I will too. This is not one I need to see in theaters. I saw Argyle in theaters, and that was a mistake. That was a mistake.
Has Apple TV Plus put their branding on anything else that's gone into theaters that you guys know? of?
Argo.
Is it Argo?
Napoleon, right?
Oh, really?
In Phoenix.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was wondering if that like turns people off of going to the theater if they see Apple TV Plus on something and they think, well, it's just going to go to Apple TV Plus. Why am I going to the theater?
Coda, right?
Yeah. That didn't have a big theatrical release. I can't remember if Killers of the Flower Moon did not or
It was.
Yeah.
It was a big release in the theaters.
Yeah.
Like to me, I would kind of think it'd be to me like seeing Netflix on something. You would just think, well, it's going to be on Netflix for sure. Why am I going to the theater? So I guess I don't know if that has like an effect on anything.
Sure.
You guys were aware of, but
I think it does to some. I think it's just if you know if it's going to come out on Apple TV Plus or not, like how hard they advertise that. Fact.
Killers of the Flower Moon, David Hunt said, was also Apple TV Plus.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe not. Maybe it doesn't affect anything.
I mean, that movie did well in theaters. I waited to Apple TV Plus, and I wish I wouldn't have watched it.
Oh. Yeah, I'm glad I saw it in theaters because if I'm glad I was just able to focus and not pull out my phone or anything because that's a very long movie. Excruciatingly long, you might say.
Yes.
Okay. Has everybody done their number 9s? Okay. Number 10. So the way we do points in this, the first pick and the last pick are the ones that you want to get right the most because they're worth the most amount of points. I'll go first. This is where I put Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, number 10, just because every single Apes movie has made less money. And War for the Planet of the Apes made 150, which isn't great. And that came out in the summer too.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I feel like once Furiosa comes out, this movie is going to drop off the side of the planet. And that it only has like 2 or 3 weeks, if I remember correctly. So I just don't see it doing a lot. And hopefully it does something. But we'll see. Who wants to go next?
I'll go next.
They're big picks.
I went with Riley, and I put Borderlands here because it's not going to have a lot of time to make money. But I think it could sneak in if it gets good word of mouth.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I think you need a big opening weekend for that to work.
Agreed.
That's possible.
Yeah. And I don't know, like, I mean, if it reviews well, you might see people come out for it.
Maybe.
Once we're done with all of our picks, I'll pull up another screen and we'll go over like what's getting released each week. But there's not a lot for Borderlands here, at least when it comes. I mean, there's a lot of competition, I guess, not in like the PG-13 realm though. There's a lot of like R-rated stuff.
Yeah.
So
this is where Alex put Quiet Place. So that rounds out
with Alex. I got Quiet Place. Also, like I said before, I haven't seen it. I also don't like this rule of the 10th spot is worth more points because it's like impossible to pick.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
It's much easier to pick number 1 than number 10.
Agreed. Right, Anthony, what do you got?
Number 10, Garfield.
I could see that too. Like any of these, I could really see at this point.
Oh no, Andy was talking a bunch of shit about Garfield. I thought Anthony was talking shit about Garfield earlier and was like, you slime motherfucker.
was talking shit about Garfield. I just hate it. I have one.
No, he hates Mondays, Andy.
Nobody
Oh
has.
my God.
Nobody said anything about my number 10. We haven't even brought it up. Nobody's thinking about it, and Riley probably doesn't know it exists. Number 10, I put Back to Black, the Amy Winehouse biopic.
What are you doing?
Oh, buddy.
No way.
Movie.
Have you seen the trailer for that, Andy?
People are gonna fucking watch it.
Oh, it looks
No,
bad.
they're
Like
Does
not.
it look bad?
budget production wise, it looks bad.
I do not care.
I went to the movies the other night and saw the poster for that and went, oh, that's cool. And then I went and read my list today and went to see what was all coming out. And I could not remember that that's what that was until right now.
Strange women are going to go to this movie in droves. Okay. There's nothing else coming out this year for women. Furiosa is male gaze. That's for men. Okay. Back to Black, Amy Winehouse is all about female empowerment. I think they go out to this movie just enough to squeak into the top 10. Okay. I just came up with that pitch. I didn't think about any of that shit. I didn't see the trailer. I didn't see the poster. I just have a good feeling about it. Okay.
All right, Back to Black is this year's Barbie. We got it, Andy.
Well, kinda. And you guys are gonna eat your fucking words
Wow.
on September 5th or whatever. When does it come out?
It
I mean,
comes-
it'll do.
It comes out in May, right?
It comes out in May. Yeah.
Yeah.
People are gonna be watching this until September 5th. They'll still be making money until September 5th.
They'll be watching it at home. You're correct.
No, mark my words, theaters. You'll see this one trailing at number 20 at the box office in September.
Isn't there another movie based on a book or Colleen Hoover book coming out called It Ends With Us?
Isn't the Color
I
Purple
have
coming
no
out?
idea. Yes,
Oh,
August
yes,
9th.
yeah.
It ends with us. Know nothing about that movie.
I've just heard the book did gangbusters. So,
Hmm.
And no, Anthony, The Color Purple came out last year. You're thinking of what I have as my boondoggle, actually.
Oh boy. Okay.
I don't know.
Before we get to that, what
Well,
other tens we got? Anthony, do you have to give yours?
Say that again.
You number 10?
Oh,
Everybody give their 10?
Garfield.
Sorry. Okay, everybody gave their 10. So let's do boondoggle now then. Kevin, you're talking a big game about your boondoggle. Yeah.
Anthony was thinking of Harold and the Purple Crayon, which is not
The
Oh my
Color
God.
Purple.
It
absolutely
looks terrible.
related to the Color Purple. I mean, if I on the title,
Incredible.
and that's what I put out as my boondoggle because this summer is so saturated with kids movies and they try to put out this CGI live action CGI garbage.
I couldn't find a budget, otherwise that would have been my pick too, because it looks bad.
It's gonna be real bad.
The main poster is just this kid holding up a purple crayon, like it looks like an ET inspired poster, except the crayon looks like a fucking vibrator. It looks terrible. It looked really bad.
I take it back. #1 movie of the year.
I need to find this poster and show you just a second.
Yeah,
No, I just
set up.
I told my wife, who's a kindergarten teacher, that movie was coming out, and she went, Harold, ugh.
Yeah.
It's not even. I don't even know who this is for. Like people, kindergartners don't even like Harold and the Purple Crayon. What the fuck is going on?
Okay, you ready to be
Wait.
amazed here?
Is he an adult?
Here we go.
Harold is an adult in the movie?
Oh,
Oh no,
it's
that's bad.
Zachary Levi.
That looks terrible.
Oh,
Wow.
that's oh.
If your main cell is Zachary Levi, you've got a problem.
Is this live action?
Yeah, it is.
Oh no. I
Yeah,
think
Are
that's
there other
boondoggle.
posters?
Those are
Yeah,
bad.
there.
There's
Oh.
animated sections, it looks like.
Look at that.
Well, yeah, because he draws. I mean, the whole premise is he draws on the walls and they come to life.
My eyes must have glazed over this when I went on the list. That looks horrible.
Who else is in that movie with him?
Nobody's. I have no idea.
Who the fuck
Will Rel Howery?
That's
is
not him. That's not him.
in there? Oh,
I couldn't tell you, but it looked bad. It looks really bad.
And that's what I have as my boondoggle. So
That's a good pick. I just couldn't find the budget for it, and I'm really hoping it's not that big.
yeah, I mean, it's got such stars as Zachary Levi and Random Black Man.
It's a lot of CG. It's a lot
And
of CG. I don't know.
And woman with purple hair.
Her? Yeah.
Let me figure out what Alex had for his. Oh damn it!
Oh, it is little Ray Hallery. Is that his name?
Is
That
it
who
really?
that was. Yeah, that did not look like him at all.
I just saw it in the credits
I have
when
the
I was looking. I
IMDb
didn't
pulled up. That is him.
recognize.
Alex put his boondoggle as Bad Boys 4.
Okay.
I still think the budget was high enough. I would put it up there though as
Yeah.
tanking.
I thought about it.
The
Really
color,
hoping
color
Carol
starring Zachary Levi.
it's gonna be bad. It's like, hey, Shazam is good, and that's when it got
Uh-huh.
greenlit, and then the sequel came out, and that was garbage. Because that's what this looks like. It looks like Zachary Levi is like Shazam again, like a grown
He's
boy.
being typecast as giant kid. That's very
Typecast
strange.
Kurt Warner.
That's weird. Also, I kind of wanted to throw this one out there. So I don't know if this qualifies because it comes out the last week of August. My boondoggle, and I think it's Kraven the Hunter.
I mean,
I thought-
technically it counts, but
Yeah,
I think
thought about doing that too. But
Yeah,
I think
'cause-
people might see that movie.
No way. There's no way.
I think it does more Venom numbers than it does Madam Web numbers.
Nope. I can't. I don't see it. There is. I think once the full plot synopsis of this movie becomes known to the general public, I think no one goes to see it.
I think there's already been a trailer out for this, right?
Is there a trailer?
It was supposed to come out October of last year.
It's been pushed like 3 times.
Yeah.
There's an estimated budget of $5 million when I search
For
Kraven
Harold
the
and the
Hunter.
Purple Crayon.
No, for Kraven.
I don't even know.
Craven is 100. I
$5
think.
million.
Yeah.
I saw 100 for Craven.
I could see that.
But the final budget, I would imagine, must be a little higher if they pushed it a couple times. So I don't know, but I think this. I don't know what the plot of this is, but I've heard things that it is not the Spider-Man character exactly, and they're gonna do something really stupid with it. And
It's R-rated, right?
Is it R-rated?
I thought they did push it that way.
There's no way.
There's going to be swearing and a lot of blood.
Why
I
do
think
they
that's what
need
I
to
remember hearing
swear?
about this movie.
Why do they just swear in the Spider-Man villain movie? Rating.
We'll see.
It is rated R.
I thought so.
Oof.
Why? What the fuck? Kraven the Hunter is Sony's first R-rated Marvel movie.
Like the trailer showed Kraven biting a guy's ear off and like blood squirting everywhere. Like that was like the final thing in that trailer. I don't know.
So
I can see it doing okay.
If I'm allowed to keep it, I'll keep it. I have a backup if I can. Okay.
Yeah, it comes out in the
Kraven
summer.
Hunter.
Yeah,
All right.
'cause I thought about doing that, and I thought about doing Harold. But I do think that Kraven will probably do 30-ish million opening weekend would be my guess. If that's the case, I don't know if it's going to be a boondoggle or not. But my pick, I'm not comfortable on it at all. I'm doing Horizon. I'm just going to say, hey, nobody's going to go see that. It's going to crash and burn. It had a $100 million budget. Let's just see what happens.
So isn't Horizon Part 2 also coming out within the summer?
Yeah, they both are within like a month.
So
Second or third week in
August.
August.
Like pick one, or is it just saying both together?
I guess I'll say Part 2 just to be safe, because people might go see Part 1. I don't know. I'll say Part 2. Sure, why not?
I think that's safer too.
Mm-hmm. All right, who wants to go next? Boondoggle.
My boondoggle is kind of a wild card boondoggle. Furiosa, just because the budget is like 250 million, and I feel like it might make that back.
Yeah,
based on where it's at on my list.
I had a feeling that could have been like, wasn't Solo? Wasn't that in like the top 5 and also the Boondoggle the year it came out?
I believe so.
Yeah, I thought it could have been like that too.
Man, I didn't realize Furiosa was that high. That's crazy.
It's like 100 million more than Fury Road. So,
I don't see it making Fury Road numbers. I feel like that might top out at 200. Furiosa. I don't think it's going to be a huge hit at all.
Mm-mm. And that trailer, if the whole movie's kind of like the trailer, I don't even see that budget. Like Fury Road looks better just from what they've shown, but who knows? It could be an epic of grand proportion.
Yeah, interesting. Okay, Anthony, what you got? Boondoggle.
I didn't know what to do for this one, so I went Borderlands.
That was my backup.
I could see that too. Yeah.
I think it comes out so much later. I think it's a very select crew that will come and see it.
Mm-hmm. I like how we all have different picks.
Budget was over 100, so
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So when are we going to see it, Anthony?
August 9th.
I'll go to see Borderlands. Yeah, that looks like a fun time.
Oh, wait, let's wait until after this is over. So
No, we got to get monies.
Okay. Then all of us had to pick 3 wild cards. I feel like all of us should just say our wild cards, like just run them down. You want to go first on that, Anthony?
yeah, I will. Just because I want some chaos. Like,
Oh.
this is where I put Fall Guy. If you noticed, I didn't.
Oh my God. That seems crazy.
I want the guaranteed point.
There you go.
Guaranteed point.
I like my guaranteed 3 on the board on the top 10.
I have Maxine.
Oh, yeah.
I hope that does so well. I'm excited for that movie. So
I like those first two.
I watched the trailer and it was just kind of all over the place.
Oh, they're going for like an 80s Giallo slasher type vibe. I'm ready for it.
And I don't feel as confident. Like, I think I just was like, I give 0 fucks about this. Let's just put it on here, and I hope it does well. But this is where I have Speak No Evil.
That movie is so niche. It's a remake of a foreign film. And the foreign film is apparently really, really good and really creepy. And I don't know, James McAvoy might knock it out of the park.
Oh, that movie. Okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
I hope it does well because I mean, although Hollywood loves to remake foreign horror movies and not have them be nearly as good. So
Correct.
True.
Mhm.
I had to look up what Maxine was. Never heard of that. And there is some sort of porn called Mad Maxine.
The main actress in this is in the porn industry. That's why Maxine is spelled with 3 X's right now.
Oh, yeah.
oh
Yeah, because it's
subtle hint.
Yep.
Okay, my wild card are Bad Boys, If, and Harold and the Purple Crayon, which after seeing that trailer makes me think that was a bad choice, but
Yeah. This looks like epically like this could have like epic levels of making less than $2 million, and it comes
I
out.
don't even know if it'll get 2 million.
That everything I've seen about it just looks bad. Okay, I could do my wild cards fast. I have If, I have Horizon, and I have Borderlands.
Did you put Horizon as the boondoggle and a dark horse?
Yeah, because I don't know where it's gonna go, so I got to play play both sides of the fence here.
Wait, Horizon 1 or 2 for that one?
First one, wild card.
I'll just jump in
Second
with
one,
mine because
no, I get it. That's confusing.
I also put Horizon, and I intended Horizon 1 because that could do something. And then this is where I put Garfield, not a total hater. And then I also put, and just because I'm kind of like I'm interested in watching it, and people are speaking very highly of it, Alien Romulus, I think could maybe have a big couple weekends and sneak in there.
I mean, John will see it that many times, so
Yeah, I might see it once.
I'm definitely going to see it once. It's directed by Fede Alvarez, who did the remake of Evil Dead and Don't Breathe. Like,
and it looks
really
like it looks like a throwback to like the older, like the first Alien movie. It looks really good.
I think
in canon set between the first one and Aliens.
That's what I thought I heard too.
Okay.
Yep. And I guess he showed it to Cameron and what's his face that directed the first
Ridley Scott,
and they both of them were like, "This is probably the best one that we've seen."
Hell yeah!
I mean, I'm here for it. I have that one. So I'll just go next, I guess. If Andy, did you finish all yours?
Yep.
Okay. Mine was this is where I had Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, Bad Boys 4, and then I put Alien Romulus as well.
Nice.
Just because I hope it's good.
Mm-hmm. I hope it does well. Yeah.
I hope there's no Michael Fassbender talking about fingering.
I kind of like those movies too.
That was hilarious.
I'll never forget laughing as hard as I did in that movie.
I'll do the finger.
You know what? that movie has like so much decent stuff going for it, and then it just comes out with more Michael Fassbender being a weird robot guy, and I just can't watch it anymore. Alex had Bike Riders,
Okay.
The Watchers, and Twisters as is.
We had a big mix here. I think there's one more element that we have, the worldwide, which is the one you think is going to make the most worldwide. That makes a lot of sense. These should be pretty quick. I put Despicable Me 4 because of Minions.
Same. Despicable Me 4.
Alex put Inside Out 2, and I put Deadpool.
I put Inside Out 2 as well.
That's I did Inside Out too.
Okay. I don't know how that plays worldwide, I guess. I didn't check those numbers.
And I think
Just
now
because
that I
Dory
think
did.
about it, yeah. And the first Inside Out did really well internationally too, but Despicable Me always kind of goes for like some international aspect. Like they'll put some like maybe they'll have a scene in China or something, and
Right.
the Chinese audience goes, they eat that up. They're so stupid, but it's all those Transformers movies because they were in like Hong Kong or something.
Mm-hmm.
China went crazy for Transformers, so if they go to China in Despicable Me, it's over. It's close the book.
I can't. Oh, Will Ferrell's the voice as the bad guy in that movie too.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Yep.
We'll see how it goes. Well, yeah, that was this year's list. I kind of want to pop up here what other movies we haven't talked about on the release schedule. Let's go up to May. Tarot. Nobody talked about that.
Yeah, it does not look very good.
I agree. That's why nobody talked about it. Back to Black got brought up. I'm still shocked.
Woo!
I don't know what Ezra is.
No idea.
And I don't know what Young Woman in the Sea is. That's got to be based off a book, right?
Isn't that a joke from Arrested Development?
What?
Where they talk in Arrested Development, they're like when the teenager gets like a job as a movie exec, she like makes a joke about instead of the old man in the sea, let's make it the young woman in the sea.
Oh,
That can't be what that is, right?
no, it cannot be.
I would believe it.
I,
The Watchers, we kind of briefly touched on that. Horizon, Quiet Place, Despicable Me. Maxine, I am so excited about. I loved X and I loved Pearl. So yeah.
Oh, Long Legs is coming out too, and nobody put that on there, but that movie looks fucked up.
That's a Neon movie, right?
I think so.
Yeah, none of those movies from that studio really make a lot of money.
Oh, it's not gonna make money, but it looks weird as heck.
Correct.
I thought about that movie a little too much because when I started researching like what people are interested in, I was in like some like movie douche subreddit, and I was like, people are really into Long Legs, and then I realized what I was reading. I'm like, oh, these people are pretentious, so it'll probably be really interesting and bad.
Oh, damn it! Now you got me lumped in with those pretentious. I finally saw a preview for that when we went and saw Civil War.
Yeah.
And that preview was the most unhinged thing I've ever seen in my life. It made no sense. I have no idea what the movie's about in the slightest.
Isn't it Nick Cage?
It's Nick Cage and Mia Wasikowska from It Follows.
Right.
So I'll probably want to see it. I like Nick Cage.
And holy shit, if you get a chance to go watch the Red Band trailer for it, it is just fucking unhinged.
Okay. Cuckoo looks like what was that movie?
Becky?
Which one?
Becky?
Becky. That's exactly what I'm thinking of. Yes. I don't even know what that's about, but that looks a lot like her, and yeah, head wrap and everything.
What is that movie?
I have no idea.
What the fuck?
As Dan Stevens, so it can't be too bad.
Did we talk about Bike Riders?
Alex had it as a dark horse.
Right.
That's that one with Tom Hardy doing a weird voice again.
That's June 21st here. Yeah.
Oh, and what's his face that played? It's Austin Butler.
Butler, yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's got a good cast.
Who's it? It's directed by somebody pretty big too. Guy who wrote Taxi Driver. Guy who directed First Reformed. What's his name?
Oh,
that's gonna drive me nuts.
Hold on.
Yep.
I happen to have it up.
Let's see.
It's got Jodie Comer in it too. I forgot about that one. Jeff Nichols.
Gotcha.
Jeff
Okay.
Nichols is who wrote.
That's
and
not who
directed.
I was thinking of, but yes, I did. Jeff Nichols is another big one too. There's It Ends With Us. The Fire Inside. I don't know what that is either. What is that?
Fire Inside. That's like a isn't
Barry
that
Jenkins directed movie.
yeah, it's an old James Baldwin book.
Weird.
That's
Flint, Michigan, and the Olympics. Okay. Shyamalan's Trap. Nobody had that on their list or Wild Card or anything.
no. Why would
That's still
we?
late, August 9th.
So yeah, that's a weirdo.
I think
But also
some people had
it's Shyamalan.
Alien, and that comes out a week later.
I put it as a dark horse. Didn't put it on my list.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, is
Shyamalan.
it Blink Twice?
Blink Twice looks pretty good.
It looks interesting. It looks a little bit Glass Oniony.
God,
Very
I'm so
much, yes.
fucked
Very
with the
much.
Crow.
Right.
What's that Crow movie about? Is that like about?
You want to talk about The Crow?
like a kids
No,
movie?
no, it is.
Look at that poster.
Oh.
We talk about how The Crow wasn't even like, some of them are bolded. It's not even bolded, is it?
Oh, it's bolded.
Oh, okay, good.
Is
But
that
Blink Twice
Pennywise?
is before it. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing.
Eek.
And then finally,
Blink-
Craven
Blink-
the Hunter.
Blink Twice has more star power than The Crow.
Yes, it does. By a
You
lot.
know, one of these years, whoever wins, they need to add in a rule that they get to pick at least one spot for someone, like in the 6 or 7. They have a guarantee for someone, like they know it's going to do bad.
So so you would ruin someone's list by selecting a 7?
Or the person who won has to take a guarantee group collective.
So somebody says your number 8 will be Harold. And
So just a
Purple.
sabotage pick.
Yes,
That's not a bad idea.
Oh man,
that'd be kind of fun.
I kind of like the idea of the winner has to choose a movie for everybody else to watch.
Hmm.
I like
Like
that
that too.
idea.
Is it personalized? Do you have to choose 6 movies, or just one that everyone has to watch?
I kind of like the one idea just so we can talk about it, but
Yes.
we could do the personalized one too.
It'd be interesting to do this kind of like a draft as well.
Mhm.
At some
I
point,
thought about that.
where you just get to draft movies. We go snake style and overall total box office.
But would
Oh,
somebody
yeah.
would take it off the list and you couldn't pick it?
Yeah.
Oh, that'd
Yeah.
be terrible.
That's I watched a show that does that, and it's pretty funny.
If you get the first pick, you get the last pick of the second round, right? So it's snake style,
Oh,
but you get to pick
That'd be
one,
fun.
right?
I can already feel myself angry at everybody.
Right. That's why I want to do it.
Then niche
really
movies
fun.
that aren't going to make a lot of
Fun.
money, like Garfield.
Then, Jake, there's
Oh,
no
man.
ties. You hate ties.
There's definitely no ties, that's for sure.
It would be interesting to
That'd be
do
fun.
it that way.
Yeah. That could
Yeah, the show I watched that does that, they all start with $100 and bid on, and then until they run out.
I think you talked about that last year, Riley. Yeah.
Yeah,
What?
That's
What
like
is
a auction.
that? A
Just a
podcast?
yeah, called Great Night.
Gotcha.
I'll implement the rule when I win this year with the Crow.
Yeah, The Crow is definitely going to help your
The
cause.
Crow, they'll do it. It'll do it.
Mhm.
An R-rated remake that no one asked for.
Turd that comes out a week before this ends. Yes.
You're all going to be watching Back to Black when I win. That's the movie I'm going to force you to watch.
You're going to be watching the color purple.
Yes, Harold and the Purple Crayon.
Harold in the Color Purple, a brand new musical. And Zachary Levi in the main
I'm
role
going to hell. Anyway.
Jesus.
of the Southern Sharecropper.
Okay, everybody. That has been the 2024 top 10 box office summer showdown picks.
Too fun.
Hope everybody had a good time. I always have a good time picking it with you guys.
Yeah, these are good.
I think we should maybe do like a mid-season recap. I think that'd be fun.
See
Get
where we're
everybody
at.
together and just be like, hey, here's the lay of the land right as it is right now. Here's your
Yeah.
box office.
See which movies we've all seen.
Yeah.
Oh
That'd
yeah.
be fun. I'd be all in for that.
Yeah, I think we should set something up.
Yeah, I'm into
Sometime
that.
in June or just 4th of July. Like that time frame.
Fourth, maybe a little bit before, like end of June would probably be all right because 4th
Yeah.
of July gets a little busy for people.
Sure.
But yeah, I think end of June would be great.
That sounds good by me. Very good, guys. Okay.
All right,
Thank
man.
you again for tuning in. And yeah, I guess I'll see you next time. Bye.
This was fun.
There we go. Okay. I just had to end the live stream, and then we can kind of talk in here. I never know how to do that with people who don't know how to do
Did
that.
Andy just do?
Andy bounced. Yeah.
Yeah, I got a
It
bounce.
still says we're live.
And I ended it. There.